Hi, everybody. There is a way to get 2% or even 3% lower interest rate than the current market rates. And we are going to talk about that today. Hi, this is Chet at Director's Mortgage.
And this is Lanya with Coldwell Banker Legacy.
Lanya and I were talking again, as we do from time to time. She was asking me about 2-1 buy downs. And it's a subject that's a hot button these days with a lot of people. It's a way for you, for a buyer, to get 2% lower interest rate than the going interest rates, or in some cases, 3% lower interest rate than what the going rates are. So we wanted to discuss it.
It's all about monthly payment. We understand that. That's really what it comes down to. And I am the way I work with clients when I have buyers. I like to get a comfortable monthly payment range for them because we really have to base everything off of that. But sometimes, you want to buy up a little bit. That house that's, 400 is just exactly what you're looking for. And maybe it's been on market for a little while. And so that would be really a good candidate to discuss what a buy down could do for a buyer there.
Right.
Yeah.
Most people have kind of heard of this by now, but they don't have a clue what it is about.
Right.
And many realtors don't know exactly how it works. So let me explain that just a little bit. It's a way for the seller to help lower the buyer's interest rate. And it has to be done by the seller contributing toward that buy down. And I'll let Lanya explain a little bit later as to why a seller would even want to do that. But there are advantages to being able to do that. But what the buy down is, basically the first year, let's say your interest rate is 7%. A 2-1 buy down would buy your interest rate down to 5%. And then if it's a 3-1 buy down, it works exactly the same, except the first year it buys the rate down 3% from the going rates at the time. So let's say if you had a 7% rate at the time, it would be a 4% interest rate that your monthly payment would be based on.
Right.
For that first entire year of your payment.
And can they refinance at any time? Let's say we have a rate drop.
Yes.
I mean, let's say that rates are let's say they're on the second year of their buy down.
Right.
And the rates are equal to what that is. And they're comfortable in that payment. They like that payment. They want to lock in. Now they totally call you and we go ahead and lock that.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah.
The money that the seller provides to buy the rate down, it still belongs to them. It's just held in an escrow account to help subsidize that monthly payment, and that money gets credited to them at their closing when they pay off the loan.
Credited to the buyer.
Mm-hmm.
So the buyer has all of that money, whether they utilize it or not.
Whether they utilize it for the entire
buy down. Right. And so can that money be used to refinance?
Yes.
To fund that?
Right. It'll lower their refinance costs.
I mean, really, it's a win-win for everyone.
Right. Talk about the sellers, though.
Yeah.
How do sellers feel about this?
Well, I think sellers just want to sell their house. I mean, that's the whole reason why they're on the market. I mean, it takes effort to take the photos and have open houses, and you want to do that for as short a time period as possible, quite honestly, whether it's occupied or vacant, right? You're looking to move on to your next chapter. And when rates get high, I think buyers' expectations may be a little bit higher for the house. And so a house that they would have purchased at 5%, and they were like, you know what, we can redo the carpet, that bathroom needs a little tile work, that's fine. With that 5% payment, the buyer's willing to do that. But at the 7% payment, they're like, I think I want to ask a little bit more out of my property.
Yeah.
So this is a really great way for them to have a cash flow available to them to do some of those updates. Sellers happy, moved on, netting the same amount of money, but more impactful for the buyer to really get the job done. So it's really a win-win. I mean, the best transactions are when everyone feels happy.
Yeah.
Sellers can also use this as a negotiating tool during the inspections. If there are, so let's say the seller doesn't have the cash to repair maybe the water heater or
the upfront cash.
Correct, right. So they don't have it right there for inspection. So instead of, correcting some of these things, they can use the buy down as a concession from their seller's proceeds to give to the buyer, and then the buyer's payment is so much lower that they can easily handle some of these things that they were asking for in terms of repairs with the seller. Creative solutions. Here we go.
Yeah. So this is a topic worthy of discussion for whether you're a seller or whether you're a buyer. If you'd like some information about this, and probably many of you are really curious about this, feel free to reach out to me in Messenger, and I'll be glad to explain the details of this. And for sellers, if they'd like to talk to Lanya about this, and I think you have a YouTube channel
I
as
do
well,
have a YouTube
right?
channel.
Okay.
I'm on YouTube more than Facebook, but I know Chet can give me numbers.
Yes. So reach out to us if you're curious and you want more information. Thanks.
Thank you.